Alright everybody, welcome to the premiere video for the final season of movie watching that I have not done on the whiteboard. I've done every season of movie watching as a whiteboard series except for this one, which I did last year in Rio, just talking about it. At the bottom of the description, I did list all of the must-watch films and the others. That's not good enough. This is worth a review. This is the August season of movie watching, and in a lot of ways, this is a continuation of July. There are some similar themes that are happening. We still have a lot of beach stuff. We still have maybe some Rio type things, still some horror, some sci-fi, but there's no more camp stuff. And one of the big differences between July season of movie watching and August season of movie watching is that in July we have 5 of the 11 must-watches are Twilight Zone episodes. In August we have 0, so it is completely gone. Doesn't mean there won't be any Twilight Zones viewed, but none are must watches, and none are even in the others section. So it's a big shift. We also have, there's a lot of swamp-like theme that you'll also notice. Okay, and also the comedy is pretty much gone. In July we have the Return of the Living Dead. We have Whitewater Summer is one of the big ones, and a couple others that have kind of some comedy elements in it. But in August, there's really more of a serious tone to the films. Let's get to the must-watches for August. Now, one of the reasons I'm glad that we're doing a different video for this is not just because it's a whiteboard series where you can actually see the films, but these whiteboard series are not set in stone. The films, the must-watches, are not like set in one place. There can be shifts. So for the other seasons of movie watching, I might redo those at some point if they change enough. Okay, as long as we add films to the must-watches, as long as we remove them from in this case, in the August season, there's, just from last year, we have a couple that have been removed, and then I think we have a couple that have been added. One of those was The Leech Woman, was a must-watch for August. It is now a July must-watch. I feel like it's better for July. The one that kind of replaces The Leech Woman that I did have as a must-watch last year is The Dead Talk Back, 1957. No, that's not correct. Yes, it is. This was in last year's must-watches for August. So The Dead Talk Back. This is a film that was produced in 1957, but it was released in 1993. I always put the 1957 date on it. It seems like it's more like 1960, 61 to me when you watch it, but it was made in 1957, and this one stars Aldo Farnese. You're not going to know any of these names. Scott Douglas, Laura Brock, Earl Sands. Now, another big thing about the August season of movie watching is you have more Mystery Science Theater coming into the fray. You didn't have really any at all in July. So we have The Dead Talk Back, and this is a really funny film. It's about like science and crime and just really weird plot. It has a lot of funny stuff in the MST3K, the skits, like when Winston Churchill and Abraham Lincoln call into the Crow radio show on the Saturday Night Live. So they have some really funny skits as well as the film. 1957, this is 65 minutes long. I've got the times listed on the films, the running times. This is a change, this is a new thing. Haven't done this before in any of the Whiteboard series for seasons of movie watching. This one, the MST3K viewing of this starts with a short of the set called The Selling Wizard, which is not a very good short. Sometimes it's good to gloss over, to skip past this, go straight to the film. The second one is Phase 4, 1974, a film that I've always liked. This clock's in at 84 minutes long, and did a full review on it last summer. We have Nigel Davenport, we have Michael Murphy, we have Lynn Frederick. Essentially, those are the three only characters. The Ant movie, very cerebral film, and it has a lot of this sun-baked atmosphere going on. A lot of these films in the August season have a sun-baked feel to them, which is similar to July, but it's has a little bit of a different ambiance to it than the July films. The City was a TV movie. This is from 1977, 78 minutes long. It's always a must-watch. It's just interesting. It's kind of a thriller, suspense thriller, drama. This has Robert Forster. It has Don Johnson, Mark Hamill, and Jimmy Dean is in this as well. So The City is a really good one. Mystery Science Theater. So we have Mystery Science Theater, the movie, 1996. This one is, the first time I saw this, I watched it in August, and it has kind of a hot feel on the Satellite of Love. This was the theatrical release of Mystery Science Theater doing This Island Earth from 1956. This is the only one Mystery Science Theater related where the credits are the people doing the riffing. It's the movie, and it's Mike Nelson, it's Kevin Murphy, and Trace Bouleau. Right? There's a couple others that appear in this as well. This one, this year, is under evaluation as far as going forward. Is it going to be a must-watch from here on out? I think it probably will pass and continue at least for another year. Now, while it is a watered-down version of the MST3K riffs, it's still really enjoyable. And the fact that it only clocks in at 75 minutes makes it just an easy watch, a quick watch. So I think, even though it's kind of starting to get on the edge of not quite a must-watch yet, I do feel like it's going to make it through that evaluation process this year. And it's just always an enjoyable, fun time killer. We have number 5. It's not in ranking order. It's not in the chronological order. It's just a list of the films, the must-watches. Is another long title, Boggy Creek 2, and The Legend Continues, 1985. Another MST3K version. I don't think this would be as enjoyable without the riffing, but I think it'd still be pretty good. Again, a lot of that swamp type stuff, especially kind of towards the end. Real hot, the guy with his shirt off. This one's starring Chuck Pierce, Cindy Butler, Serene Heaton, and a lot of other people with the last name Pierce. All right, and this one is just a lot of fun to watch, clocking it at 91 minutes. Has some of the funniest riffing in the history of the MST3K series. Boggy Creek 2. This is one of the last episodes. I think it was in the final season of MST3K, and it's just really, really enjoyable. This is always one that I kind of like to watch, like after coming home from Rio, because it has this big Arkansas River sequences in there, and kind of this, boggy, swampy, and it's a good one to set up the film viewing with a visit to Rio. All right, 6, Duel. This is one that some of you are probably familiar with. It's Spielberg's first directed film. Darth knows about it. 1971, 95 minutes. Dennis Weaver at his best. I love the little cafe he goes into. I forget the name of it. We also have Jacqueline Scott as his wife. And then Lou Frizzle, I think, is the bus driver. Not a whole lot of other characters, but the other characters that are in this film were very well casted. And especially Dennis Weaver's is a great character study and good thriller film. Check out Duel, it's free on the internet. Very good movie. Swingers, 1996. I've always just seen this one in August, even though this could work as a break from Christmas Fest, because it's December. The ending of it is near Sinatra's birthday, which I believe is December 12th. This is our exception to what I said about comedy. The August season of movie watching kind of being void of comedy. But Swingers is the one exception. It is a straight comedy starring John Favreau, Vince Vaughn, Ron Livingston. We also have Mr. His first name is Patrick Van Horn. I really like the character of him. And then at the end you get Heather Graham. This is a very good movie, Swingers, and it's a must watch. Another must watch right here. This is definitely Peter's favorite must-watch film of the August season of movie watching. It's the pinnacle of the August season of movie watching, and that is the 1984 horror film, The Prey. This one is 80 minutes. This one is a lot of filler. It's a lot of stock footage, but it is a mac and cheese comfort food type of film. Yeah.
Hi, the person in the room next to you in the five study room is yes.
All right, so we have that's good. So we got some good feedback. All right, so The Prey. Dennis Thurston is excellent. He is no, that's our last girl. Okay, so we have Jackson Bostwick is the ranger of the film, and then we have, he's really good, Gail Gaines. Always love to see Gail Gaines in this because it's a preview for what we're gonna see in the end of summer, beginning of fall season of movie watching. Hot Moves as the waitress in the bowling alley. All right, so that is Gail Gaines. We have also a posthumous appearance by Jackie Cooper, who's really good in this too. All right, and then we have, of course, Blood Beach. So this is one, Blood Beach is one where it is others back in June. So even if you do end up watching it back in June, which I did, it's still a must watch. It doesn't take you away from watching it, having to watch it in August. It fits a lot better into August. Blood Beach, it's got that real, that really sun-baked, sun-drenched kind of feel to it. So Blood Beach, David Huffman, Mary on a Hill, Burt Young, John Saxon. All right, Bog, 1979, Bog. This is one that is a must-watch, maybe a couple times a year. In Bog, it's always been hard to figure out which season that you have to put it in. I feel like The Rightful Home, because of, again, that swampy type of atmosphere, hot. I feel like The Rightful Home is in the August season of movie watching. Of course, this is Gloria DeHaven, Marshall Thompson, Aldo Ray, and the rest of the hilarious aging crew. Body Double, 1984. This is an addition. This, in the past, was an Others watch, 1984, a mystery thriller. It is one of the better films in the 1980s, starring Craig Wasson. We just saw him in Roller Coaster, 1977. Deborah Shelton, Greg Henry, of course, Melanie Griffith. So that body double, 1984, is now a must watch in the August season of movie watching. Alright, so another addition. This was in others last year and the years before. It is now a must watch. I've really grown to like this even more. A 1956 science fiction film called 4D Man. Another one Darth knows all about. And this is Robert Lansing, what was Lee Merriweather in? Lee Merriweather. And then we also have James Congdon and Patty Duke. Are you getting all this in there? Study room? Alright. Patty Duke, who's like maybe 13 or 14 in this. Alright, so those in July, we had 11 must watches, 31 days to cover it. Now it goes without saying, the August season of movie watching, August 1, August 31st, 12. That's a whopping number. Okay, so you really gotta rip through some of these, but they're all worth it. Others, I didn't have this many listed last year, but these are ones that really work as others to check out. Laser Blast, 1976, again, MST3K, Horrors of Spider Island was a must-watch in the past. It has now been moved to others. Okay, so we do have some changes this year. 1964, also MST3K. Mitchell, 1975, also MST3K. I feel like this might be a must-watch this year because of the death of Joe Don Baker, who stars in this film. Perhaps. So this might be kind of a must-watch this year. The Horror of Party Beach, also a MST3K. It's just heavy with MST3K. 1964, again, beach type stuff. When Strangers Appear, has some surfing in it. 2001, it's a really good thriller. If you haven't, thriller. Again, there's a lot of like thriller, suspense type of films in the August season of movie watching. This is really good. Josh Lucas is in this, and it's a really good one. Office Space, 1999. For some reason, it just works this month. Ron Livingston, who was in Swingers as well, and some others. All right, and then we have preseason NFL. Is always a must-watch. We're at like whatever's on. So even though I don't really list this as a feature, my thing, but preseason NFL is always something that to watch during the August season. Then we have Hot Chili, 1985. It's just kind of a teen beach kind of movie. This one's got I forget who's in it. The guy from Summer Camp Nightmare is in it. And then we have The Alligator People, 1959. Very, very swampy. I think it's in like Louisiana. It really feels like August. Never quite a must-watch though, but a good film. Lon Chaney Jr. is in it. Beverly Garland. Hot Resort. This is not right. Make a change here. Hot Resort is like, I think, Hot Chili. This is one where like teens go to Mexico for a summer break, and then this one is teens working at this like country club, very predictable. It's got Prince and Picho in it, the guy from Perfect Strangers. It's a Hot Resort, very summer related. And finally, The Demon, 1981, one of my favorite horror films of all time. I love this movie, and it's got Cameron Mitchell, and it's got a lot of just that real like sunny type of atmosphere. So there we go, guys. This is the August season of movie watching. Hope you've enjoyed this breakdown. 12 films. Which one do you like the most? most. So this kind of pulls us, continues us through this, going into the summer, enjoying all this like summer type of stuff. Summer doesn't end with this, with the August season ending. It just sort of guides us into that next season of movie watching, which I've done on the whiteboard. I probably won't do and I definitely won't do a redo of it this year unless I look back at it and see if there's a lot of changes that need to be made. But we do kind of continue with some summer themes in the ending of summer, beginning of fall season of movie watching, which is kind of our most laid back one probably of the entire year. Okay, but this one is not. This is an excellent season. It has so many good movies in it and so many other options that are not must watches. That's these are the must watches. What do you think? Take a look. Definitely, I recommend every single one of these. I'll pick my top 4. Okay, so my top 4 of these would be The Prey, and then definitely Bog, and then probably Blood Beach, and go with Boggy Creek too. Alright, that's my top 4 right there. But all of them are good. Thanks for watching. I gotta keep it down in here, guys, because they're gonna get mad at me again. Shh. See you next time.